Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale with a new pro on the channel. You've probably seen him all over the leaderboard. It is Jigsawqt. Jigsaw, how you doing, man?
How's it going, Ash? I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be on the channel.
I'm so happy to have you, man. We're going to be reviewing this deck that I have on the screen. It's a very fast Minor Poison Giant deck, which is a little bit of a
3.0 deck.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a curveball with the Giant and the Minor. I actually shared a similar deck when I had Bren Chong or Detective Hecka on.
Yeah, with the double minions.
Yes. So we're going to talk about the difference between this deck and that deck, but more importantly, you know, now that I have you on voice, I'm going to get all kinds of pro tips from you on how to play this deck successfully, and then we're going to give it a try over some live matches. But before we get into all that good stuff, you are with Nova. You're on their pro team, like a very competitive player, definitely one of the best in the game. Tell us a little bit about how you started playing as we turn on the first replay here, and what led you to Nova. I know that's one of the most common questions I get is how do you get sponsored and how do you get onto one of these, you know, really good league teams. So tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, so I started the game like late April, and I started the game like I was good enough. Like I realized I was an above average player from the start. And after 15K tournaments, I didn't play much those, but like when ESWC came, I came like 5th in the 15K tournament.
Well done.
So yeah, so I won my trip to ESWC, and when I went there, I met Trevor. Trevor, he's from Nova, and he's such a nice guy, and we talked a bit there, and he talked about Nova and joining it. It wasn't like, at first, I wasn't convinced, but like after I came back here and I considered my option, I thought that Nova was like a great clan to be in. And as soon as I joined, knowing that I was a good player, they gave me a sponsored account.
Awesome. So basically, you know, obviously he knew you were good because you were there. You won the, you know, you won the trip there, and then he kind of recruited you a little bit. You thought about it, and then you joined. You had the sponsored account, but now you're just playing your own account because you've actually maxed it out recently. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yeah, I have 400K cards won in grand challenges, so
Beast.
I maxed out my cards. Yeah.
That's a lot of grinding. Is the deck that we're going to talk about today, would you say it's a challenge deck, a ladder deck, or both?
It's kind of both, but like in grand challenges, I would play E-Wiz mostly instead of Mega Minion. Now both are good, both have pros and cons, but like E-Wiz in grand challenges is better just because we have it like at level 1 standard tournament, and in ladder I don't have it as a max, and obviously not everyone has a good level E-Wiz on ladder, so
okay,
like ideally,
that makes sense.
Yeah, like ideally if you have a max E-Wiz, let's say, I would go with E-Wiz.
Okay, so E-Wiz over Mega Minion if you're in challenges or if you're lucky enough to have a maxed E-Wiz.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, we noticed the accent. You're actually from Lebanon, and you're my first Lebanese pro on the channel, so I'm pretty pumped about that. Is Clash Royale big in Lebanon?
Kinda. Like, not that much. We don't have that many people. Like, the population is only like 3 million people, so yeah. Not that much.
Do any of your real life friends or colleagues or anything play as well, or?
Yeah, plenty of them actually.
Oh, nice. That's really cool. So are any of them in Nova as well, or?
Like only one of them is in my clan. I'm actually a leader of Nova Lebanon, so.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
Well, do you take just Lebanese people, or how does that work? Because I noticed that that Nova has like 1 million different, geographically different clans.
Yeah, exactly. No, not only Lebanese, but like it's mostly made of Lebanese people. But like we have some, Americans, Italians, Spanish, but like they're just 10% of the whole clan.
Okay, that makes sense. Very cool. Okay, well, before we get into the deck specifics again, just a couple general questions. Because you're a first-time pro on the channel, Jigsaw, we want to ask you, first off, what kind of device do you play on normally? If you had to win a match and your whole life was on the line, would you be going on a tablet or a phone?
Okay, so I normally have both, and I play on both. And I'm comfortable using both. So no
preference.
Yeah, but like I would go with my iPhone just because it's smaller and easier to handle, and it's not a big screen. So
Yeah, yeah, I'm the same way. Do you drag or do you drop your cards? Or tap,
Depends.
I should say. Yeah.
Yeah, if I have to like throw a rocket or something, I usually drag, not drag, but like tap at it and then like
Yeah.
adjust my finger.
And,
So
and what
kind
do you,
of end up.
yeah, that makes sense. So you can see the radius.
Yeah, exactly.
What about any general tips for people out there who, you know, if you just, not this deck specifically, again, we'll get into this deck, don't worry, I know I'm rambling, guys, with a lot of questions, but I got a lot to ask Jigsaw here. So just general tips for anybody, no matter what type of deck they're playing out there, who's maybe trying to get a new personal best on ladder. Do you just have any tips that you think that maybe, or something that doesn't get enough attention that you notice people doing wrong in matches?
Yeah, like I know all the pros say it, like you have to play passively and then focus on counter attacking. Like let's say you're playing giant or playing hog or anything, golem, lava. Just focus on winning that elixir trade and having an advantage and then playing your win condition. Like maybe defend with the musketeer and then go with your hog instead of just dropping hog on the bridge. So
okay,
that makes
yeah,
sense.
so a lot of counter pushes rather than just going super aggressively.
And know your opponent's deck before you go all in at the start.
When you're
I see a
playing
lot
a
of
match,
people playing aggressively. Yeah.
No, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, when I see people play aggressively, like I just know all their decks and counter push them and they wouldn't have any elixir to defend, so that's a common mistake.
So yeah, punishing aggressive players definitely something that the pros all do. Good advice there. When you're actually into a match, what are you thinking about when you're playing? Like it might sound like kind of a basic question, but like where is your mind at normally? Is it like on your next play, or are you paying attention more to what your opponent's doing? Like what exactly is going through your mind as you're actually playing?
I usually like think of both situations. Like let's say I'm playing I have Goblin Gang and he drops log. Now in my head I say like, okay, now if he drops his hog on the other lane, I have Goblin Gang ready for it. I can push with giant and my mind would be at ease, let's say. Or maybe if he uses Executioner on the other lane, and let's say I'm playing giant minion horde, IamBrenChong's deck with the double minions. If he plays like, let's say, so it's systematic. I see him playing a card, I know I can gain value from another one, so just do it.
So it sounds like you're trying to identify what they have, what they're trying to do early on, what you mentioned earlier, and then you're trying to basically almost envision scenarios in your head as you're playing. Like, okay, if he does this, I'm going to do this. If he does this, I'm going to do this. Like that?
Exactly.
Awesome. Yeah, I find that that's really like, it might seem obvious to some players, but I think that's a really good tip, because what it does is you know, a lot of people, I feel, even me, I sometimes just get trapped into my own game too much, you know? I'm not thinking about what are they going to do and how am I going to react. Rather, I'm playing too reactively, like I'm reacting after they already make a move, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You have to wait until like you see what they do, or even predict what they're going to do, and then react accordingly.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this deck. What are you trying to do with it? And I guess no better place to start than the Giant and the Miner. Talk about playing a deck with both Giant and Miner. It's not something a lot of people are used to. So how are you using both of those cards, and when and where are you using them together?
Okay, so it's a cheap cycle deck, as you can see, and it has 2 win conditions. I usually play the Giant when they have a big tank, let's say Golem, Lava. Let's say they drop Golem at the back or Lava at the back. I punish them with the Giant at the bridge. Like, I rarely play the Giant in the back. I play it only if they're playing, like, let's say Hog and they used it, and then I can play Giant in the back safely because I know they already used their win condition. But if they used a big tank, like, let's say Golem or Lava, and then I would just go Giant at the bridge and then Mega Minion or Minions depending on what I have. And in some scenarios I don't even use the Giant the whole game, like barely, against, let's say, spammy log baits decks. They have Inferno, Skarmy, and then Goblin Gang. I can get a good Giant push in. I don't even have Zap or Ewiz, so of course I can play Minions, but like they can stop it easy. So what I do is I try to chip with the Miner all game, Miner Poison, And
Okay.
sometimes, let's say, I know they only have Princess as a counter to minions. I would play, let's say, if they drop Princess early and then I killed it, I can play, like, maybe sometimes sneak in some minor minion pushes.
Okay, so you're basically playing this deck, it sounds like, more towards like a minor poison control-y type deck, or a minor poison cycle, rather. And you're using your giant in those specific scenarios, like you said, that they already used their win condition, their hog, for example, so you can have a big push, or you're using it to punish, similar that you would if you were playing a hog in tandem with a miner in the opposite lane after a big beatdown push gets dropped. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so as
I
far
can just
as
assess the situation. Like,
yeah.
I see my opponent's deck. I know, like, if I play giant, it's not gonna be useful. I know his Inferno is gonna be always have value on my giant, so I just go with minor all game. Only in case, like, if he spend a lot of elixir, I know I can get a good giant in. Even if he places Inferno, like, let's say he has 5 elixir, I have 9. I drop giant and then minions. If he drops Inferno, he has 0 elixir, and I can, like, sneak in a giant. So only in this case.
Yep. And giant strikes me as obviously a good card to put in the pocket on their side of the arena after you're already up 1-0 to take that second tower.
Yeah. After you tower trade, or you have 1 tower, or 1-0 or 1-1, the giant in the middle, giant Goblin gang on top of each other, it's so good.
Like, yeah, it is. It is. Goblin Gang such a strong card too. I'm done with your replays here, so we're ready for some live matches. But while I'm asking about, or before I get into that, just finish up a little bit defensively. How are you, just on the deck review side, how are you handling defense in this deck? It seems like a pretty aggressive deck, and then you're maybe capitalizing on defenses with the minor combo. Is that pretty much how you're rolling?
A good defense in this deck is a good offense, so you don't want to make them make a good push. If they make a good push, you're gonna have a bit of a hard time. Like, I usually go aggressive in the other lane so they don't make a good push, and then defend with, let's say, skeletons, Goblin Gang, minions, cheap cards.
Okay, so yeah, that's important. So when you do the opposite lane push, is it mostly like giant minions or something like? Are you okay with committing like 8 elixir to the push?
Not that much, no. Like, maybe giant mega minion, and let's say if I see him, like, drop a lot of cards on the right side, I drop as well.
Okay, so you kind of mirror what he's doing a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, man. Well, I'd love to see you hop into a live match. You're pretty high on ladder right now, so are you comfortable doing a ladder match, or would you rather do a challenge?
Yeah, sure. I'll do ladder.
Sweet.
And if I lose, maybe I'll switch to grand challenges.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. How long does it generally take you to find a match up here?
It's 1 minute 20 seconds right now. If I'm a bit higher, it might be 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
And now that you have a max to your own account, is this the first season that you're going to go for, like, are you going to push hardcore, or?
Yeah, I'm going to try to push hardcore, especially that I'm done with the semester, so I can play Clash Royale freely. Yeah.
Nice. Do you have any goals, or do you not really set goals?
I don't set goals, like, so far. You mean in life, in general?
No, in Clash Royale.
In Clash Royale. Yeah. Okay, my goal is, like, maybe win some big tournaments, like, for example, this one, the Crown Championship.
Yeah.
It's a long shot.
Did you play yet in the play-ins, or no?
No, actually, I can't register right now. It's in spring, in August, because I'm not European, or,
Okay. All right, well, you're in a match here. Tell us about your starting hand a little bit, and obviously we know some of it. It looks like you're just cycling.
Yeah, now I have Giant in my starting hand. I'm just going to wait and see what he's going to play. Okay, Knight.
So just talk about why you play the Giant in front of the tower instead of behind, to just try to disrupt this push.
Yeah, exactly. And to get a push going, like, faster.
Perfect.
Baby Dragon Tornado is everywhere.
I know, so annoying. With this deck, do you generally play, would you say it's an aggressive deck, or would you say it's a little bit more passive and you kind of take what your opponent gives you?
It's actually an aggressive deck, and usually capitalize on your opponent's mistakes. So
do you find that you're taking the tower, if you're going to take a tower, if you're going to pull off the lead. Do you think it's like an early game deck or a late game deck, if that makes sense? Like when are you usually taking your
yeah. It's usually an early game deck, especially against any archetype like Golem, Tree Muskies. But in this matchup, for example, it's gonna be like, I don't know, to the wire, because we're both gonna defend like he's doing right now. So yeah, it's probably gonna end 1-0, either me or him.
Tornado is so annoying.
Yep.
So going up against a deck like this, a really kind of a tricky deck, seeing that you don't have a structure for the hog, what is your mentality in terms of now going into double elixir time? What do you have to do here to pull this off?
I'm actually like feeding his pushes. I'm giving him value from his bowler and baby dragon. He's actually playing this really well. So I decided to switch lanes just because I don't want him supporting his hog. Like for now, he's sending in a lonely hog instead of having baby dragon in the back.
Okay, that's a really good point there. Nice push to the left. Ah.
Yeah. He's gonna light me out.
Yeah. Let's start with.
Right.
Let's just do grand challenge.
Yeah,
it's all
good. Has lightning.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, are you gonna pull this off?
It's gonna be a miracle. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh man, I was ready to be like, let's just do grand challenges. Too much pressure on ladder, but wow, nice win, man.
Yeah.
Can we watch Can you share that to watch the replay on that? Because I just want to. Yeah. I'll definitely. All right. So I'm just gonna pause it at the beginning. Let me know when you're with me.
Okay, I'm in.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. If you could just maybe kind of talk us through what you're doing, because and maybe any mistakes that you made early on, and then how you pulled off that miraculous victory. That was crazy.
Okay, so at first I'm just cycling. He's obviously not dropping anything, so I'm just like cycling to my giant, and now I'm just waiting for him to drop something. He dropped knight, so I went with giant same lane. Obviously, because the knight will hit the giant, and then the tower will kill the knight, and then I would have a push. So, okay. He drops a baby dragon. If I had Mega Minion now, I would have dropped it, because minions right here isn't a good play. Obviously here, I'm just going to try to kill his baby dragon. He does a good tornado. Yeah,
it was. Man, that tornado is like so powerful. It shuts down.
Yeah, exactly.
So many pushes.
OP.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wrecks everything.
So going against a Hog Rider, I mean, it's pretty tough. Like you said, it was a smart move to switch lanes. But generally, how do you play Hog? You just use your, whether it's the Minion, Mega Minion, or a Goblin Gang, and you try to combo Miner?
Usually, you shouldn't, defend the same way you defended before. Let's say, at first, you defended with Goblin Gang. Second time, he knows you have Goblin Gang, so he might pre-log. So next time I would let's say, defend with a Mega Minion, if I have it, or maybe Minions. So if he preemptive logs, he will lose Elixir.
It's such a smart
so
point.
For example here, for example here, I didn't play Goblin Gang. I thought he was gonna drop a preemptive log, but he didn't, so.
Either way, that actually ended up working out because of the baby dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going into double elixir time now. How does your whole gameplay? How does that change in double elixir time with this deck specifically? Obviously, you're getting a bit more aggressive, but I noticed at one point you attacked both lanes at the same time, coming up right here. So tell us about how the mentality changes. Okay, so in double elixir time, usually it doesn't really changes. It's just that you're playing faster and more aggressive.
The thing is, I just figured that this deck is so annoying and you can't push at the same side. You have to like split push or do something with the Minion and then Giant the other lane. So that's exactly what I did. I capitalized on his Hawk push and then, okay, right here. Okay, here he preemptive logs. So I put my Goblin gang in the middle. Here I try to make a push this way because he has bowlered the other lane. So
yeah.
He does a good
really
tornado
tough.
again.
This deck is so tough defensively. So with
Yeah,
4
exactly.
seconds left, you know he has lightning, and this is where the magic happens.
Here, the same thing. He pre-logs. I had Goblin Gang. I didn't play them.
Okay.
Okay, so here I knew he was gonna go with the lightning, so I threw my Goblin Gang.
Unbelievable. Obviously, the Goblin Gang has more hit points than the 176 HP tower. Unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
That
so
was
close.
crazy. All right, you want to hop into another ladder match or a challenge or whatever you feel like?
Let's go with another ladder.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. It's 1 minute, so probably less.
Cool. Yeah. So, what do you think of the meta right now in the game?
It's rock paper scissors. Honestly, like you can get hard counter. Like I can see his first 2 cards, know his deck, and know that I'm hard countered. So that's a little bit like a skillless meta, to be honest.
Interesting.
Okay,
so
another bowler.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. So you're not a fan of a really diverse meta. You like it a little bit more narrow.
Yeah, like Goizen meta, it had a lot of skill in it, in my opinion.
Okay. It's interesting because I feel like the pros are really divided. You know, some people hate diversity and some people really love it. So it's interesting to get your take on it.
Yeah, like diversity, which what I said before, it's rock paper scissors.
Who do you think is the best player in Nova?
Not
Not to put you on the spot or anything. If there's one guy that you had to put your money on to win a match, to win one match.
I would go with Adam, I guess.
Yeah, he's so good, man.
Yeah, Adam's OP. And he's like so confident. Yeah, he is. With log bait.
Yeah, log bait. I'm surprised he doesn't go hog log bait, just being a old school OG hog user. But anyway, I'll let you concentrate on this match. Sorry. So pretty good defense here to start out this match by you.
Yep.
And getting a lot of damage here on the left. Wow.
Yep, that's a tower.
Very nice there. Oh, man, wow. He's already given up. So I almost want to go. I was too busy blabbing about who's the best player in Nova was that I missed exactly what led to that exchange other than just good defense. And here's that combo you were talking about with the...
Yep. But, like, came at the wrong time, I guess.
Yeah. Still, though, look at how much damage you're going to get done.
Damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy. Now you've got a
good
pretty
thing
big
the baby
push to
dragon.
deal with. Yep.
Okay.
Such a great poison there, huh?
I had to.
Do you use poison? Do you find yourself using poison defensively a lot?
No, not really. Like here, in this case, I just needed the win, so I had to.
Ooh, nice log there.
Okay, I'm just gonna pressure him in case he has, like, let's say, a spell to finish off the game. So...
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Boom. Oh, that was such a nice giant there, distracting that baby dragon.
Okay.
Good job, man. Good job. Let's see where you're ranked. What's the highest you've been so far?
I reached rank 1, but like it was second, third day of season or something, so it doesn't really matter.
So right now you're 58th right now. Do you want to do one more? Do you want to do a challenge? I think we need... Actually, how about I try the deck and you tell me all the things I did wrong?
Okay. That's
all
good.
right. All right.
I'm gonna give you tips while you go.
Thank you, thank you. All right, I'm gonna do a challenge because I'm pretty close to my to my ceiling at the moment. In all right, so I'm in a match here. I have skeleton, mega minion, miner, log to start out. So I'm just gonna cycle
skellies.
Yeah.
If you have giant, play in the same lane.
I don't. So didn't really have any. I have poison, minion, miner, log right now. Kind of weird.
Oh, you still don't have giant. Okay.
Nah,
Wait
giant's
until
gonna be
the
my last
muskie
card.
comes. Okay,
I'm gonna
just gang
miner
that.
this. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go with it, but like, he might have log right here.
Ooh,
yeah. Oh, he missed
log.
it.
Love it.
Nice skellies.
All right, so now I have giant finally. So would you giant bridge here, or still be aggressive, or?
No, just go with the push.
Okay.
He's probably not playing golem or something. I don't know what his win condition is yet. I think maybe hog.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna go with a mega minion here.
Mm-hmm. And then he was like, no, he was
that.
on. Yeah, poison. Value poison. Nice, even the skellies. We can go with miner.
Oops. I went with skeletons there. So you would, yeah, that was bad. Okay, I'm just gonna let it die.
Like the miner, yeah, like the miner.
Yeah, he would have been a tank for the mega minion.
Yeah, exactly.
So now I have miner, giant, goblin.
You go with giant again.
Okay.
He still hasn't shown his win condition, but
I know,
I'm pretty sure it's hog.
Yeah, you think so? Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna goblin gang here. It doesn't look like there's a. I waited a little bit just to make sure there wasn't a log coming.
Yeah, yeah. Now second time you don't defend with goblin gang. Now look for the value poison. Not now, obviously. So.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. And then miner.
Come on. He's coming in a little bit late to the party. All right. Darn.
Okay,
it's okay.
still
Still got some chip damage there.
Okay, go.
All right, that was bad.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, nice. Nice. Okay, go with giant.
Yep.
Oh, you don't have.
I have.
Okay, yeah, miner. Wow.
I kind of screwed that up.
Miner.
Yeah. So, okay. Uh-oh.
Okay, nice. Nice. Okay, go with miner and then poison. Miner in the back.
Come on, baby.
Poison. Log.
Yep. Come on. Come on.
One hit.
Get it. Get it. No. No.
Cycle,
man. Now he's got me. Darn. So close.
Oh.
Well played.
And the VM.
All right. Well, I guess we'll leave things on a loss, on my loss. Usually how we end videos here at CWA. And that's going to be my challenge too, unfortunately. Let's open it up and see. Let's
Hope
see.
you get a
Anything
legendary.
good? We get rage spells. Yay.
Yeah.
But dude, thanks so much for coming on, man. Here's to continued success with the deck on ladder, man. I hope you make it to top whatever, as high as you can get. We'll definitely keep an eye on you.
Thanks, Ash. I'm so happy to be on the channel, and definitely I'm going to try my best to be high this season.
Yeah, dude. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you. I love the tips, and again, best of luck. So any shout-outs, anything like that before I let you go?
Shout out to Nova.
Awesome, man.
And that's about it.
Awesome. And your clan, Nova Lebanon. So, guys, just wanted to thank you again for watching. A huge shout out again to Jigsaw. QT, he's been a real pleasure to have on. Tons of tips. Really, really good player. Good guy, too. Thanks to Bren Chong, my YouTube sponsor. And thanks to you guys for watching till the end. I really appreciate it. And as always, take care, guys.